Let's go, Tomato.
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sabzeruz. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick what...
Not much of a chook.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
They all sound pretty tasty.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really interested in the other foot.
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This...
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kind of... What are you looking for? Traveler? That's...
that this isn't your first Sabzeruz festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this... What the... This is our 20th time at the Sabzeruz festival? Huh? No, the 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sabzeruz festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and
let Paimon think. What about everyone else?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sabzeruz festival.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
The moon, illusions, and lies. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean... The Grand Sage said, "We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and... That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of
Dunyarzad.
The Sabzeruz festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
think about our current situation. And to do that, we need to figure... Nahida rejected the idea of a time with Paimon's memory is saved.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little...
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yet. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from... What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. Anyway, if this all really were...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said... Are you serious?
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that... The divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortunately we haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off?
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad so...
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. My mind feels exhausted. The moon, illusion. People in Sumeru don't dream.
Tell her, traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, so this is the...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but...
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, she isn't the same as... Her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking...
My lady, are you angry? All right.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow, how perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma.
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sabzeruz festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sabzeruz festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifest...
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so...
So, this Nahida,
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, and...
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. People in Sumeru don't dream. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. People in Sumeru... That doesn't sound right. My mind feels exhausted.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like...
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this way?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never...
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on...
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you...
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. It's finally nighttime. Listen, Nahida, do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we...
Really? Good job on all that
Hey! What kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sabzeruz festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's...
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sabzeruz festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day. Nahida.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope.
No, Paimon's at the Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together...
Paimon...
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been...
Nahida's talking about confusing...
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you get...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that?
So, what's your new hypothesis?
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. The moon, illusion. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
might just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sabzeruz festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyrocrystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after...
Lend me a hand. There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't...
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with?
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it.
All right then, let me get this.
Yes, your memories be...
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have known.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish It's not very likely, but it's all...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia.
This is it.
Huh?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous... I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we've reached some other conclusion. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange. Paimon feels like everything's been... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple... Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're... How about we go back and ask Nahi...
Early today. Did you...
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But if...
leaving the city. As far as I remember...
We did? But we don't...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome... But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway. So at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes...
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory...
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' work. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Every year. Why can't we leave the city? What is the academy?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Porto.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced. Let's go and question. Hello, sir. Why can't we...
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't, this is a good spot. And the guard, huh? Why? Are you going to leave? But what if the... Paimon... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Memories! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell... I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way!
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you...
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well...
Yep, now we're talking.
Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nice.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative. Let's go then. Let's expose those... okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the split. Everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Probably because yesterday
Oh, right. Paimon...
The message. It should have come...
After the beep,
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
My impression is that each day in this samsara, all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre spaces...
sound of the beep, the final space, that later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces, but Paimon's head is...
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey!
Let's go, Tomato.
Do you want some alone time to think?
The dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know!
You're back! Are you ready to take your Sabzeruz? Okay.
People in Sumeru don't dream. The moon, illusions. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of... That doesn't sound right. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking... We are all in a dream. Okay, Nahida's... We've already experienced the Sabzeruz fest... All the bizarre spaces I saw...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom. It compiles the wisdom of the entire population, and it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
It compiles the wisdom.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest, but is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't it
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think The real story is that the sages from the academia are used...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the...
My mind feels exhausted. We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival. The beep is a prompt tone for a... Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that... I can't...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the... No one is any the wiser as another day passes and people wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again hard...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. Wait, now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusan...
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about...
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like that?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows it.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sabzeruz festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the academia do this behind their archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Nahida? Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunya?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way, so that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, that means this dream belongs to a host who...
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, which means with the power of
Imagination,
like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, and even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're After all, like you said, don't wake...
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be...
Out of town? Are you going to that place?
Yes. I want to try some... Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her. Yeah, but Paimon's wondering, do you think that... Huh, that's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make... Let's go ask him some...
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine, just... it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sabzeruz festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit... She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her.
So, you have a...
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, when she placed the hat of the Night of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sabzeruz festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Night of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh! You—
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one— Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself.
That's close enough.
You punch it.
Leave it up to me.
Drop the code. Scatter!
I'll be back.
That's
You
close enough.
won this one.
Rain outlines your fate. Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and remember how during the first Sabzeruz festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that yeah. This is the place! Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay. Paimon... This was only a temporary... Should we open it? Wow. Even though she was also busy preparing for... She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sabzeruz. If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you up? Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just what? Where are we going this time?
Next customer! If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into that.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia... Wait, they're not reacting. Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are acting weird. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on this. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're... How should we make Nilu realize?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Is this... Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dinyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in...
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and the Dendro Archon smiled." The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sabzeruz. I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been Paimon's head feels Paimon thinks it was the Sabzeruz Fest. Have we finally escaped from the Sabzeruz Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And
Thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sabzeruz.